Hello everybody and welcome back to SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge. So, let's check out Chapter 3.
Blast you, Sponge Breath! You have found my secret time machine! Whatever you do, make sure you fill it up before you bring it back!
Okay, well thank you, Plankton. And what do you know? This is the exact same time machine in the future episode. We have Precipice Canyon.
This floor doesn't look too stable. Oh, a good old butt bounce should do the trick.
Okay, so just butt bounce on the platform and it will collapse. Oh, whoops.
This floor...
Those stalagmites kind of reminds me of Crash 2 a little bit with the icicles. Anybody who's played that game already know what I'm talking about. Whee! And there's Mr. Krabs again.
SpongeBob! Now listen, boy. There are dangerous surfaces that none shall pass unless they have squeaky boots. I happen to have a pair. You can owe me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Krabs. You'd think that the squeaky boots would be black because that's what color they were in the show, but I guess not. So anyway, the squeaky boots can basically prevent you from taking damage if you walk on dangerous surfaces, such as spikes, stalagmites, etc. But they don't last very long, so you have to be quick. I'm assuming that there's a coral blur around here because I can't get past that wall. And that jellyfish moves way too quickly. There we go. No! There goes my spatula run. Wait. I might need to go back and grab something to launch at the wall. Yep, I'm pressing square and nothing's coming out. There's nothing up there, so that was a waste of time. Oops. Luckily, there's stairs. Wait, can I get the balloon with the bubble launcher? I'm going to assume no. And what do you know, there's conveniently a balloon between every single gap.
Ah! Now to find the Scalabra! The only place is desert wasteland. But what if I get stuck in quicksand? Pshaw, like that's gonna happen.
You never know, SpongeBob. I'd be careful if I were you. You just fell in lava not that long ago. Now we're entering the desert wasteland.
Hi-ya! Excellent! You'll be able to use this move on most of the enemies you encounter, as well as special objects.
So, the Karate Chopper does work as far as killing the enemies, but it doesn't last for very long. So in the long run, it's not that useful. And by the way, this doesn't really look like much of a desert wasteland. I swear, it seems like the game is getting easier, which is a little strange because normally the way it's supposed to go is it's supposed to start off easy and get harder later on. But there were some levels in Chapter 1 and 2 that were pretty irritating. Now, I wouldn't consider this place really a desert, but it is definitely a wasteland because there is toxic waste below. So, in order to lock the 6 claims level in Chapter 3, you have to get at least 80 spatulas or more. So I might attempt to do that on this level. Okay, stupid crab. Die. Thank you. I'll use this for now, but once it runs out, I'm gonna get my jelly launcher again. Here's another interesting SpongeBob fact. Bikini Bottom takes inspiration from a real place. The series is mostly set in Bikini Bottom, the undersea city where SpongeBob lives. This fictitious place takes inspiration from the real-life location of Bikini Atoll, a coral reef in the Pacific Ocean. Formerly a nuclear test site of the United States, you won't find anyone in Bikini Atoll aside from fish and other sea creatures. The location even inspired fan theories that characters of the show are actually the result of nuclear testing. And another boulder coming up. So just keep going, don't look back, and you'll be fine. That bridge does collapse, so be careful. No! I'll probably come back to this level and do a spatula run off camera. I think those are water vents. And oh boy, there's tornadoes around here too. I'm gonna leave the jelly launcher behind. Instead, let's use the balloon because there's a lot of spikes down there. Here's another interesting SpongeBob fact. Steven Hillenburg created Mr. Krabs after his former manager. SpongeBob's penny-pitching boss at the Krusty Krab takes after a specific person in Steven Hillenburg's life. Hillenburg designed Mr. Krabs' character after his former manager at the seafood restaurant he worked in. He explained that the manager was red-headed and muscular former army cook. The restaurant owner also spoke with a strong Maine accent, which reminded Hillenburg of a pirate. Hillenburg thus incorporated these traits into SpongeBob's employer, Eugene Krabs. Although Mr. Krabs is notoriously fixated on money, Hillenburg explained that he just added this trait to give Mr. Krabs a more distinctive personality. Wait, it didn't even look like I touched a spike. That was dumb. Yeah, you owe me an extra life, game.
Ah, now to find a pair of shell slippers and into Kelp Jungle.
I kind of forgot for a second that you have to move after the dialogue. Alright, so that'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!